Ever wondered how a simple email can make or break your day at work? Hello, my name is Pooja Nitin Purwal. I'm a career growth coach and an IT professional. As IT professionals, we work with emails day in and day out. And thus today, we are diving into the art of effective email communication in the workplace. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll have the tools to send emails that gets noticed, appreciated, and acted upon. We all know how important email communication is to all of us, right? Sometimes it's to get info, sometimes it's to get sign off, sometimes it's to get buy-in, and sometimes it's just to secure ourselves just in case something goes wrong. And I've seen so many people get so worried about all the unread emails that they have after they are back from long leaves. So emails can become really stressful for some of us as well. So let's see how we can make our email communication effective so that they aren't stressful for the other people who get them in their inboxes and we get the outcome that is desired when you send the email. So the first thing that we would focus on is subject line. So subject line is your first impression. It basically makes the the receiver decide whether they would like to open that email right away or they would file it for a later time. It's your first impression, just like a book cover. So for example, a bad subject line can read something like meeting, and a good subject line can be important. Team meeting on project X, your input needed. So, out of these two, you yourself can tell me which one is better. Which email would you like to open first if you receive two such emails in your inbox? Obviously, the second one, right? Because it tells you in the subject itself that a meeting is required for project X and there are inputs that are needed from your side for it. Whereas if it says meeting, it's too generic and you may not want to go through that email in case you are too tied up or busy with something more urgent and important. So, a clear and specific subject line can increase your email open rates by more than 50%. Imagine how much effective your communication would be with that. Next is the opening or the start of your email. So always start with a warm greeting and get straight to the point. Remember, everyone is busy and nobody really have time for too many pleasantries in the email. If you want, you can just call or chat informally if you want to exchange pleasantries. So a bad opening can be something that sounds like, "Hi John, how are you doing? I hope you're having a good time and everything is well at your end. I would like to bring your attention to the discussion that we have had 2 weeks back, and this is what you have said." So you see, it just drags on and on. A good opening can sound something like, "Hi John, I'm excited to share some news on the discussion that we have had 2 weeks back." So we get straight to the point without putting too much of fluff around at the start of the email. So do you notice the difference? One feels like a chore to read and the other engaging and to the point. Now let's see what's the third thing. The third thing is the structure of the email. You always need to keep it organized and clear. Structure your email for readability. Use short sentences, bullet points, and clear headers. If there is a lot of information, maybe split it into multiple sections. An example of a cluttered email can be a long block of text without any paragraph, without any breaks, and then just too much of text which is very verbose. An example of an organized email can be, here are the main points. Point number one, project updates. Point number two, next steps. Point number three, questions and feedback. Point number four, actions. So a clear structure helps your recipient to quickly grasp the message and respond appropriately. Segment number four is tone. So the tone of your email should be professional yet personal. Now, this is a bit confusing, right? How can you be professional and personal at the same time? And that's why a lot of people are not able to manage this balance in their emails. So, your tone should be professional but also be personal when you're writing an email. So, you need to avoid any jargons, where possible, use only abbreviations which are known to the recipient, and be very mindful of the cultural differences of the recipient. So, an overtly formal email can sound like, "Dear Sir, Madam, pursuant to our conversation on so and so date, I am writing to confirm so and so." Whereas a friendly and a professional email can sound like, "Hi, John, following up on our chat earlier, this is what is required to be done." So, this makes your email approachable and respectful. So, we don't need to get too formal, but we cannot be too casual also. So maintain that equilibrium and balance, and you would be good here. And last, call to action. Be clear and direct. I have seen too many emails that are received in my own inbox which are not with clear call to action. They never state who is supposed to respond, especially when it is addressed to multiple people. There is never a deadline given, but the person who have sent the email follows up 2 hours after the email is sent. So if there is no deadline, it's not appropriate for us to expect that the person would give it due importance because they don't have the information for it, right? So if you want something to be done urgently, you need to mention that it's urgent. You need to mention that you need it by the end of the day or end of the week or end of the month. So a clear call to action is very, very important, and you need to end it with the clear call to action. So a vague call to action can be, "Let me know your thoughts. What do you think about this?" Whereas a clear call to action can be, "Please review the attached document and share your feedback by Friday." A specific call to action helps to ensure that you get the response that you are looking for by the end of the period, by when you really need it. Right? So, there you have it, the key ingredient for effective email communication: a compelling subject line, engaging start of the email, clear structure and organization of thoughts in the email, a professional but a little personal tone, and a direct call to action at the end of your email. Remember, great emails lead to great communication. So go ahead and include all these tips in your email communication. If you have found these helpful, hit the like button and share this video with your colleague. Don't forget to subscribe for more professional communication tips. Comment below with your email challenges and let's solve them together.